Hello YouTube, my name is Myles Anderson. I'm a professional joke explainer, and today I'm explaining the jokes of Kam Patterson, one of the best comedians working today.
Guys, you have to make noise. It's Kam Patterson's first time on the show.
All right, so we're here as going to be stand-up on the Kill Tony show, which is the biggest stand-up comedy show on planet Earth.
So I got my very first apartment because of stand-up comedy, and that's great, you know what I'm saying, I love it. But I got roaches real bad. I got roaches so bad I got a home, but right, he had roaches. But I asked him, I said, how did you get rid of them? He said, I just trained them. And I was like, nigga, that's not possible.
Okay, so already a very funny joke here. Kam talks about getting his first comedy apartment because of stand-up comedy. And often the first comedy apartment you get is going to be overrun with vermin. And slowly, as you get better at comedy, it'll transition from cockroaches to silverfish, and then just a couple mice. And then hopefully, when you're at Tony Hinchcliffe's stage, it's just nothing but infinity pools and perfect sanitation.
Bitch, you can't train roaches, but I should have trained my roaches because at my house, I had 3 roaches. They'd be on their side of the room, I'd be on my side of the room. We'd have a good night, wouldn't bother each other. But I brought a girl over one time, and there was 72 roaches in my room doing TikToks and shit. They were making podcasts, nigga. They were moonwalking, they were crazy, right? And at one point, me and this girl...
Okay, so this is already a very funny premise here. The cockroaches have a mind of their own. They're being anthropomorphized, and they're making podcasts and stuff. It's a joke, but cockroach TikTok is actually pretty big. Definitely much bigger than this channel. So that's good.
I was watching a movie, and I was killing roaches as I watched the movie. So I watched the movie, and I murdered a roach. Then I watched the movie, and I murdered a roach. And at one point, she came up to me and said, Kam, it was a big ass Lizzo roach that walked into the middle of the TV.
Round of applause for the Lizzo roach there. So Lizzo means big in the United States. Lizzo just means big. So that's a big roach there. Very funny so far. And the cat noise, you've heard the cat noise, that means his time is up here, so he's got to wrap it up soon.
And I couldn't avoid this bitch. And she was like, Kam, it's okay, I got roaches too. And I was like, ew, bitch, that's nasty. You dirty slut.
And that's the punchline. That's the famous first appearance. Kam Patterson set him on his path to Saturday Night Live with that joke there. The premise, I've got roaches. He trains the roaches. Then she says, I got roaches too. And he says, bitch, that is disgusting. Something we can all laugh at and something we can all agree with. Here he is again on Kill Tony, episode 616, and I believe that is also to the power of 10.
So my older brother very racist, and he would always tell me, Kam, don't you ever in your life date no white bitch. You can fuck her, you can put your dick in her mouth, you can nut on her face. But y'all two never, and I mean never, date one. And
so fuck her, nut on her face, and so one other, I forgot the other one there, but that's the top 3.
I never understood that because I was only 6 years old.
And the punchline there is that 6-year-olds are not supposed to learn that from a person saying that to them. They're supposed to learn that from the internet when they're on their iPad.
So as a child, I was perplexed. That's my first time using that word, sir, and I like it. It means confused, nigga. I will tell y'all this though,
So the N-word is a racial slur, but it's also used a lot of the time as an exclamation point at the end of a sentence.
I was in high school, I dated a white girl, and I love that stupid bitch, but I let my whole family down. I remember they came up to me and she was like, she was stupid. She never understood black culture. She never got black culture. I had a flat top in high school. I kept a pick in my hair, but she never saw me use the pick. So I just saw the pick that was in my hair, and when it came up to me, she was like, Kam, that's an extremely weird place to keep a knife. And I was like, what the fuck? So I stabbed her.
The reverse.
Hey guys, so much.
Huge punchline there. Totally subverts your expectation that he's going to say, you know, just something regular like, shut up, you annoying bitch. But instead, he stabs her, which is way out of left field, which creates the humor of that situation there. Very funny.
Shut up.
Yeah,
So
don't ever yell that you love someone at a Kill Tony show. That is his time for you to shut the fuck up and pay attention, because there's looks like now about 52 seconds left.
I just moved to Austin, and I love Austin, you know, cause everybody lied to me when I got here. They were like, Cam, you gonna love Austin. It's so diverse. Look at y'all. I've only seen 6 other black people since I've been here, and they've all been crackheads. And one of them saw him, he got happy, he said, oh shit, another one. He was like, hey, nephew, come here, nephew. I want to show you something around this corner, nephew, follow me. And I didn't want to follow him around the corner because I knew he was gonna blow crack dust in my face. And if y'all did not know, that's how you make crackheads. Did you know that, sir? Welcome to the club, nigga. You live outside forever now.
Okay, funny take on the crack epidemic there. It just says, just some observations about Austin. He says the only other black people there are all crackheads, and they tried to make him a crackhead by blowing crack dust at him. Obviously, that's not how you get started on crack. It starts with marijuana, and then pretty soon after, crack cocaine.
When I was in high school, I had a basketball coach, he smoked crack for real.
More crack.
And he the only coach that ever believed in me in my life. He the only coach that ever believed in me. And he was a real deal crack smoker. Like, that's what he did. I remember one day he came up to me, the last time I ever saw him, he came up to me and said, Cam, if I'd had you for all 4 years, you'd have been an All-American. Then he walked away. Then the head coach walked up like, let me tell you something, this nigga actually smokes crack. You can't listen to this nigga, dog. He told a stripper she was gonna be a doctor last week. You can't listen to this nigga. This nigga's a crazy person. I only tell that joke cause I broke somebody's heart one time. I used to work at Target, and my coworker always came up to me and be like, Cam, going to your shows and shit made me chase my dreams. I was like, what you want to be in life? He was like, I want to go to the NBA. This nigga was 45 years old. That's it. Hey, that's it.
Okay, good. So sometimes when the joke ends and people don't know that it has ended, it is very good to say, and that is it. It's like a punctuation at the end of the sentence, or he could have just said the N-word one more time just to tie it all back in like that. Very funny stuff.
They go from the Ku Klux Klan to a nigga. What a transition, dog. This shit is beautiful. I used to play sports in high school, and if I think I play like basketball, football, you a racist, because I played water polo and lacrosse. I bet y'all would you have guessed that shit, white man?
So just some context here. In America, football and basketball are reserved for black people, and water polo and lacrosse are legally reserved for white people. So that's why the joke resonates here with this crowd.
I'm glad you didn't, because I'm lying.
Oh, it's a joke.
I played basketball in high school, but I remember after my season, one of my teammates came out and said he was gay. Now, I had no problem with gay people at all. You love who you love, you know what I'm saying? But I had to ask him. I said, hey, man, will you slap on my ass during the games? Was that like a gay thing? Or that more like a basketball thing? He said, nah, man, that was strictly a basketball thing. I said, okay, I understand, but I didn't play. And nigga, you squeezed it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so the joke there, he says, I played lacrosse and polo. Just kidding, I didn't. Actually, I played basketball, and there was a gay guy there, and he slapped my ass. Actually, I didn't play basketball. So the joke here is making you wonder, did or did he not play sports? Which is, of course, a very humorous premise there. So great stuff.
I used to want to be a thug before I became a comedian. It's not funny, bitch. I could have been a good thug, white lady. I could have been a great thug, but I know I couldn't be a thug because one day I was riding a car with some real thugs and the car got shot up. And that's when I realized that I was a bitch. Because I was the only one crying. And they were mad. Like, nigga, why are you crying? Nigga, they shooting at us. What do you mean? The worst thing about, I don't know if you notice or not, sir, when people shoot at you, they spin back. Did you know that? They always come back when they shoot at you. So they would shoot at us and they was coming back and I took my shirt off and I was like, hey nigga, we surrender, we quit. Leave us alone. And all my homeboys was like, hey nigga, we need to retaliate. And I was like, that's the wrong word. Me, Kam Patterson, I would like to retire.
Very funny.
Real deal.
Great joke there. So it's just kind of a story about, violence, gang violence, which is, of course, not very funny, but when Kam Patterson tells it with his special kind of delivery, you just have to laugh, imagining a car getting shot at and then Kam crying and being like, no thanks, no more of that, please. And then the cat meow goes, and it's very good. It's a very fun, it's a dark situation, but it's funny when it's told in less than a minute.
My dick ain't that big. That's not funny, bitch.
Okay, so that's a catchphrase now. So before I thought he was reacting to a woman in the crowd, which he seemed to be the first couple times, but it seems like that's not funny, bitch, is sort of like his catchphrase now. So it's good to develop a catchphrase like get her done or the N-word.
That's why I envy lesbians. Any lesbians in here? Good, you got a lesbian, bitch. You a cowboy, fuck nigga. But I envy lesbians for real, dog, 'cause they get to pick their dick. And I ain't get that choice. Let me explain. Like a lesbian can have sex with her girlfriend, she go, oh my gosh, this is so good, go deeper. All she gotta do is detach her 6, go to her arsenal real quick, put on a 10, and now she finna fuck her life up. If I'm having sex with my girlfriend and she tell me to go deeper, I'ma just call my homeboy.
Nice little bass slide there.
Daquan dick way bigger than mine, dog.
That when the bass slides down like that, that means the dick has gotten bigger.
That guy's so much.
And that's the punchline there. Oh, we got Jeff Ross here on the panel.
Yeah, that nigga arm crazy as shit. Beautiful. You can't put that nigga right there. That's kind of crazy.
It is hard to do a proper analysis of this stand-up comedy because I'm unfortunately not allowed to say the N-word until I think after the midterm elections.
Fuck you, nigga. We not the same, bitch. I used to work at a grocery store and I hated it, dog, because there's a lot of people like y'all there, you know? A lot of y'all, too many of y'all, but it wasn't like y'all, it was like y'all parents. Like we had a bunch of old white people, like old to the point where like, I think they remember when slavery ended, you know what I'm saying? That's how old they was. And there's a lady who would come in every day and she was in a wheelchair. And I always help her and I hated that bitch. Because every time I would help her, I would think that she thought to herself, this just like the good old times. And one day I helped her, right? And she was like, thank you so much, Jeffrey. Are you behaving yourself? Now, y'all know my name is Cameron. Who the fuck is Jeffrey? So I stole that bitch wheelchair. Thank you, yeah.
That was wonderful. I didn't understand it, but the crowd laughed, and so I laughed as well internally.
You ever had a problem with your man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your man, with the STDs and shit? I I remember I was fucking that girl one time, like when COVID was in there, we were fucking like for a little minute. And she kept telling me to take the condom off, and I was like, no, because I could smell it. And that's a bad idea, but when you fucking, your dick take over, and I just felt my hand just slip down to my hand, and I demasked myself, right? And so now I'm just swimming in treacherous waters. Now I'm just going crazy when I'm swimming in treacherous waters. And 2 weeks after I fucked her, right, I was at work and I was pissing lava. And I went to the doctor, and we did all the tests, and it's right when COVID was ending, and I had already got my vaccine shot. I'm not happy about that, but I got it, right? And then he was like, hey man, did you just take the vaccine? I was like, yeah, I did. And he was like, oh, don't worry about it, it's just a side effect of that. I was like, for real? He said, nah, nigga, you got chlamydia. Hey guys, look.
Great. That was more of just a little slice of life there. You know, when you're fucking a hoe and her pussy is stinky, you know, it's not a good thing to take off your contraceptive device in that situation. Honestly, in that situation, you might want to call the CDC and have her sanitized.
If you can't tell by my sideways hat and my slides, I am a scientist. And I've been studying which race get the best head. White women. You know how I know it's white women? Because 2 weeks ago, a white girl changed my life, dog. She sucked my dick for the first time, and she sucked my dick so good, I watched The Office now. That's how good it was, dog. I be at home and say, this nigga Michael is a hoot. I be saying shit like a hoot, it's insane, dog. This your lady? Can she suck a dick?
Okay, so that was the main joke. Again, he's got 60 seconds here. He got through the main joke of that, you know, he got sucked so good by a white bitch that he now watches The Office, which is super funny, but the joke has ended and there's still at least 12 seconds left, so he starts up the crowd work here and we'll see how this goes.
Hypothesis proven. You know what I'm saying? The fucking genius, dog. You're black? Never mind.
Okay, and the correction at the end happens that it turns out the lady he thought was white was actually black. And that can happen, you know. Skin tones are a spectrum, and it can be so embarrassing, you know, when you approach a person and you're like, hey, it's so cool that you're black, and they're like, I'm actually white. Or vice versa, one of life's many foibles. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. That's Kam Patterson. He's a new cast member on Saturday Night Live. I cannot wait to see the amount of N-words dropped on network television coming up in this new season of SNL. I hope you will all tune in and double their viewers to over 25,000 people every single Saturday watching that show. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.